Here is everything you need to build your very own camera dolly. You'll need a 2x2 foot piece of 3/4 inch plywood, 2 planks of wood measuring 2 feet by 3.5 inch by 3/4 inch, 8 skateboard wheels with bearings, spacers, and speed rings, 12 5/16 inch flat washers, 24 5/16 inch lock washers, 4 5/16 inch nuts, 8 5/16 inch lock nuts, 8 5/16 inch bolts at 3 inches in length, 4 5/16 inch carriage bolts at 3.5 inches in length, 8 5/16 inch coupling nuts at 7/8 of an inch in length, 1 black door handle with accompanying hardware. I bought 8 feet of angle aluminum, but for one dolly, you need 4 feet of 2-inch angle aluminum in 1/8 of an inch thickness. 4 drill bits stepping up in size, starting at 1/16, then 1/8, 1/4, and finally 5/16. A drill with a fresh battery, 2 clamps, 1 ratchet with 1/2 inch socket, 1 1/2 inch wrench, some wood glue, 1 ruler, 1 sawzall with metal cutting blade, a file, and some paper towels for cleanup. So first I'm going to apply some wood glue to the plank of wood here, and I'm going to try and even it out as much as possible, which is why I have a little paintbrush, and I'm just going to smooth it out. I'm also going to apply some wood glue to the plywood just for reinforcement. Then I'm going to carefully place them together, and then I'm going to clamp these down. You should wait at least 24 hours for this to dry, and as you can see, the glue is already leaking on the sides, and I'll get my handy paper towels to clean it up. Now while that's drying, I'm out here and I'm going to cut this aluminum. Now the board is not exactly 2 feet, so I'm going to make sure that I'm going to cut this a little underneath that. So I'm going to do 23 inches and 15/16. Oh, and remember protective gear, okay? Let's do this shit. So now the pieces of aluminum are going to have really sharp edges, so that's when you're going to take your file and file them down nice and smooth. So now that the glue has dried, we're going to drill some holes. Measure 5 centimeters or 2 inches in from the end, and 1 3/4 inch in from the side. And you'll do this for all 4 corners of the dolly platform. And we're drilling all the way through. Make sure to clamp the dolly platform to the surface you're working on to keep both your hands free. And be sure to hold the drill completely vertical so your holes are straight. So now we're going to measure, and we're going to measure 5 centimeters in for the wheels and 5 centimeters in for the bolts that attach the aluminum to the dolly. So this is 2-inch aluminum, so you would measure 1 inch from the outer edge to get the hole dead center. I'm using my badass drafting pencil because you can easily see the marks on the aluminum, and it looks, cool on camera. You'll make the same marks on all sides of the aluminum. So I have a screw and a pair of pliers because I don't own a hammer or a center punch. I'm going to create some center punches here in the markings that I just made to prevent the drill from drifting. Okay, so I have my multiple drill bits. I'm going to start off with the smallest one, my 1/16, and I'm going to drill my markings, place it on the pilot center punch hole here. Now I'm going to swap out my drill bit to the next largest one. There we go. You'll then move on to your 1/4 inch bit, and finally your 5/16 inch bit. You'll do this for all 4 ends of your aluminum where you placed your marks. And don't forget the holes for mounting the trucks. Once you're done with this, you're ready to assemble your wheels. I've got my wheels, I've got my bearings, my bearing spacers, and speed rings. So now let's assemble these wheels. You'll begin with putting one bearing on one side. Make sure it snaps in there. Then you'll add your bearing spacer to the other side. Make sure it doesn't fall over on its side. Then you'll add your second bearing. Make sure the bearings are all the way in and seated properly. We are now going to build the trucks, or put the wheels on the aluminum. You'll start by putting your flat washer on your 3-inch bolt, then slide it through the aluminum. Then you'll add 5 lock washers to the other side of the bolt. After the lock washers, you'll add your coupling nut. So you'll do this for all 8 bolts, and you'll tighten it with your wrench and your ratchet. After you've tightened everything, now you'll take your speed rings and you'll add 1 speed ring per bolt. Angle your aluminum upright so that when you're placing the wheel, the spacer inside will line up with the bolt. Now that all the wheels are in place, I can start to tighten them down with my lock nuts and ratchet. Now it's time to assemble the dolly, finally. Okay. So I've got my 3.5 carriage bolts. I'm just gonna slide these in their proper holes. 1 in there and 1 in there. Okay. Take the trucks. There we go. As you can see, I'm struggling tightening this nut because I put the wheels on first. Smart! So take my advice, if you haven't been building your dolly alongside this video, put your trucks on first, then your wheels. Well, the dolly is pretty much finished. You could use it like this, but I'm going to add some finishing touches. I'm going to add a handle to it so that I can carry it around easily. I'm going to drill a hole in the middle so that I can mount my tripod head to it. And I'm also going to add a layer of carpet on the other side, on the top, so that it has a better grip with the tripod on top of it, and also it's a protective coating. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, you can like, comment, subscribe to our channel, or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you need more tips, go to tipsforactors.com.